What did you think about the team's defensive performance holding Phoenix to a lower scoring total than usual?
It was phenomenal. I think, first and foremost, credit Najee and PJ for setting the tone. I think Maxi filled in once they got ejected, doing what he did on, KD, and obviously KD's arguably the greatest scorer of all time. And then obviously we were able to kind of contain Brad too, who's a hell of a scorer in his own right. And
This next stretch of games you guys are going to have to play without Luka, what are just, I guess, some of the emphasis or points for you guys offensively as you go through these next few weeks?
I think, obviously defense, because if we can hold a team to, under 90, we have a chance to win any night, pretty much no matter who's playing. And then obviously picking up the pace, hopefully we can get some more easy buckets because we don't have one of the biggest safety blankets in the NBA.
You mentioned Najee and PJ kind of setting the tone there in the third quarter. How'd you see the altercation kind of escalate, and what does that say about those two and their toughness and what they bring to the team?
Well, I think it just speaks to them having, first and foremost, gas back. The only part of the altercation I thought was funny was, PJ came to the bench and was like, I just pushed him. So, in my head, I'm like, okay, he's going to get a tag, whatever. And then, obviously, Najee and Nurkic really had the main piece of altercation. Then when you see the replay, yeah, you pushed him. You pushed him. But, I don't think it was bad. I think he was really trying to de-escalate the situation, just didn't know his own strength. So, look forward to having him back next game.
What is it? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good.
At the bench, right after that, right before you guys go on back, what is said to each other? As far as it's something you unite, let's get going. I
don't think it was like a call to action necessarily. We always talk about next man up and brotherhood, so we're happy our teammates had each other's back. Obviously it's not like we swung first or something like that, so we didn't look at it as like we did something wrong. So, we had each other's back, and we also knew that we still had a game to play and a job to do, and we went out there and executed. So, the guys that were still in the game obviously did their job, and also PJ and Najee did their job.
How does the depth on this team, compare to, other NBA teams you played in the past?
It's probably the most depth I've been on in terms of a team. Arguable with probably the Lakers last year, which, had a ton of talent too. But yeah, we had the capacity to win. Obviously Luka's MVP, so you don't get better when somebody like that's out. But you also have All-NBA guy in Kyrie, and so understanding what he likes to get to, and playing around him and making sure we can still get good looks, and then like you said, defending.
How did his 4 threes there to start the first quarter kind of set the tone for you guys?
Oh, it was great because it was like, man, it just felt like a continuation of Christmas Day. We were like, man, he's still hot. He can keep going. So, just setting the tone and then letting everybody else ease into the game because, he's such a big-time offensive presence was phenomenal for us.
Before tonight, I saw a stat that you average 48% from three. So what is it about this court or this atmosphere?
Here?
Yes.
Hey.
What is it about this place that kept you hot so long, memorably Game 7 to the 2022 playoffs before tonight?
I also think some of this comes with like the role that I've played when I've been in this building. So I've played a variety of different situations, but Luka's been hurt a couple times when I played here. So like one of the times I went off, that was hurt. So then obviously tonight I was hurt, so my volume's a little higher. And then the Game 7 thing, that was just, man, we was cooking. That was different. I don't even know how to describe it. He had more points than their whole team, and I don't even think people remember I had 30. So, we was just, that was probably the favorite game of my career, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie. Dog walking somebody in Game 7. Most people can't say that.
I remember it. I covered it.
Oh, well, shit, I do too.
What if you were there?
Yeah, we was all there. Shoot.
Much just does your approach or your role change when you're going to be in a game without Luka versus when he's active?
Well, I would say obviously for me, volume's higher, but then also instead of being more 3 and D, you're probably thinking about like trying to make plays. So getting in the paint versus just like, run to the corners. So it's definitely a style switch. But, for me, I've played a lot of roles in my career. Obviously, it's always fun to be able to kind of be dynamic and have the ball. I don't think that's any secret. So yeah, I mean, you just try to help the team win. I mean, you know, that's what we're here to do. We're here to win a championship. So whatever way that kind of manifests itself.
Maxi, similar to that, he said, yeah, it's nice to see shots go in. Everybody likes that.
Yeah.
But playing the game the right way and doing the things you're supposed to do that nobody else sees sometimes is just as important to him and to everybody that as it is to see the ball go through the hoop.
Well, 1,000%. I mean, I've said it before, even when I was in other spots, I felt like Dallas' superpower was we always had guys that did their job. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's the Dorians and the Maxis, you know what I'm saying, Bullocks, things, people like that goes really unnoticed. Or even, you know, guys like myself that have to sometimes be dynamic, then be a role player, then be dynamic, then be a role player. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of that goes to credit to the organization, it's credit to the coaching staff for being honest with guys. But I think that's the true superpower at Dallas is like guys do their job, you know, and then having been in the situation where I was, you know, one of the guys when, you know, the other ones are doing their job, it makes it so easy for the Luka and the Kyries and them to be, you know, amazing because they don't have to think as much about the other stuff because all the other stuff is getting done by the people who are just doing their job.
What will be important to carry over from tonight's game into a second night of a back-to-back?
Defense. Like I said, we hold anytime you're in an NBA game, if the other team scores 89 points, you at least have a chance to win.
It's kind of like just persevere or weather not having not only just Luka but also Najee and PJ.
Yeah, in the live. So you know, we came together after that. So we got to keep our composure. You know, play the plan that we had. You know, no matter what, the next guy got to step up anyway, and that's what we did. We stick together. We played hard. We made the right decisions, and you know, consistently, especially on the defensive end, which helped us to get the win.
And defensively, what did you feel like you guys just did well today?
I think we were all on the same page when it comes to trapping, rotations, and doing the little things, and nobody really slipped up. For the most part, we were consistent, and you know, that's a big key for us to win against a good team like that.
Yeah, you mentioned all the guys you're able to get this win without. I mean, where does just the depth on this team rank compared to some of the other Dallas teams you've played on?
I think we have really good depth. You know, it's a topic that we had. You know, it's also a challenge when everybody's healthy, obviously. But you know, it gives us the chance in games like today to have the next man step up. You know, a lot of guys still didn't play who can play and help us win this game. But you know, overall, I think we just got to focus on our role, what we have to do in order to get a win in every game that we can.
Have you personally kind of been waiting for a game like this?
Yes and no. You know, I know my main role is not necessarily the offensive end, but obviously it's a lot more fun if you shoot as well. But you know, the key point for me is to be more consistent on the defensive end and make the right decisions on offense, whether it's a shot or not. It could be a screen, an extra pass, or anything. But you know, the mindset got to be aggressive. So, but it feels good to make shots.
Going back to the altercation a little bit, just how'd you see it kind of escalate from where it started to how it ended?
To be honest, I only saw the foul, the offensive foul, Nurkic on Gaff, and then I sat back down, so they didn't show the replay. I still got to watch it, so I'm not sure. But you know, it was tough because we lost 2 players in that moment. But I got to watch it and see what happened.
I think Kyrie started off 4 for 4 in that game. I know it wasn't like his most efficient line, but like, you know, what's it just like watching his shot making ability on a day in, day out basis?
What do you say?
What's it just like watching Kyrie's shot making ability, you know, on a day in, day out basis?
I mean, it's amazing. He made a left-handed shot today again. You know, that's tough. I think you never really see that coming off the screen or off the one-on-one and shooting a one-handed shot like that. It's incredible, the shot making ability that he has. You know, it always feels like the ball is attached to his hands no matter what. You know, dribble, if he gets hit or not, like he will always find the ball back in his hands and get a good look, and you know, it makes him very special, and it's obviously a lot of fun to watch it as a teammate.
You've been hiding the floater all these years?
You got to ask the analytics about that kind of shot. So.
All right.
Cool. Kyrie started off really hot and then, you know, pulled off as the game went on. What did you just think about your team being able to still get that one, even though offensively, you know, it wasn't, I guess, your best second half?
Yeah, Kai set the tone. Our leader came out and
and set the tone offensively, defensively. He is encouraging others to take the ball. I thought Clay made some big shots down the stretch. When you're being guarded the way he was guarded tonight, someone else has to make plays. And I thought Gaff, looking at DP and those guys getting loose balls, coming up with offensive rebounds to give us a second chance. Both teams didn't shoot the ball well. But just the 50-50 balls turned out. And then I thought Spencer made it. Maxi was incredible tonight on both ends, defensively and offensively. But there was a steal there late. I thought Spencer made a heck of a play to tip it to Gaff for the dunk. Just the small things I thought we did at a very high level. And hopefully we can build on that going into Portland.
You talked before the game about how Maxi was starting to find his rhythm offensively. We see the three early, then the dunk. Did you know he had the floater as well?
Yeah, he has the floater. We tease him about that. He can put it on the floor. He's been working on that this summer. But I thought just the free throws, his defense, again, a vet, takes time. It's a long season. We like to judge early and hard. And so the nice thing is he doesn't listen to what you guys have to say. So he goes out there and plays and plays the game the right way. And he's important to us. We've seen that in the postseason. And now we see it tonight. So, again, it's good to see his confidence and him having back-to-back good games.
What does it say about the team, the way y'all have had that continuity defensively the entire game, no matter who was out there?
Yeah, I think it just goes to the guys paying attention in practice and film, understand what the concepts we're trying to, teach. Those guys believe that it works, and you can see that tonight. KD and Beal are tough to guard. Those guys, can put the ball in the basket, and we try to make it as tough as possible. But KD's one of the best in the world. He's still going to score. But we thought we tried to make it as hard, and he still scored. But I thought the guys did a really good job of, making it hard for them tonight.
I know defense is always stressed for you, but with the current situation on manpower, how much more, or is it more important now than ever?
Yeah, you got to play defense, and I thought everybody was up to the challenge tonight. Phoenix is a team that can score a lot of points, and I thought, again, we set the tone. The physicality was there. Being able to rebound the ball, making it tough on those two, Beal and Durant. And so we got to find some offense tomorrow. And so, we'll get some other guys in the game. There was some heavy minutes for some of the starters. So, again, our bench is going to have to step up tomorrow. Thanks.